Assalamu alaikum. I am Tanzila Khanam and this is Psychology Basics Intermediate Lecture Course Psychology. In the previous video, we will discuss about the growth and development. The process of growth and development takes place according to some principles. Different psychologists have given different principles of development, but among the most important we will discuss today. Number one is development is an orderly process. In all human beings, process of development takes place according to the specific pattern. For example, an infant first of all takes control of his neck around 3.5 months. Then he starts to hold his head. Afterwards, he starts to sit, walk, and run, etc. Uh, this is all this process. All this process continues in a specific pattern. It is not possible that a child starts to walk first and sit afterwards. In the same way, language development is also uh, language development also follows an order. The child first starts babbling, ba, etc. Then he learns to speak one word. After that, he starts telegraphic speech, two words that only conveys his message. He is not able to speak full sentences. For example, the child says drink milk. He instead of making the whole sentence that I want to drink milk, he used only two words to convey his message. If due to some illness or malfunctioning, the development is affected at one stage, it also affects the later stages. For example, if due to some problem in backbone, a child is unable to sit, that he is also unable to walk. So all this is an orderly process, and all through all stages, the child goes one by one, step by step. The second one is development is an gradual and continuous process. Gradual and continuous process. The process of development does not occur overnight. It takes long enough to pass through one stage and move to the other. An individual goes through all phases of life gradually, continuously, and it happens at in all aspects of development, including physical, cognitive, social, and psychological. Physical, social. A very interesting example in this scenario is that when a child asks on his birthday that why I am not getting bigger. Today I have become 4 years old. Then he is told that he is going bigger since his last birthday. So the child thinks that there will be some magic and on the day of his birthday he will be a bigger person. So we have to tell him that the process of development is gradual and continuous. In some individuals, it may occur at fast pace. In some fast pace, in some stages, and slow at others, but it never stops. Likewise, in the cognitive development, we see that at first the child is able to speak, but he can only convey his messages about his need, how he, what thing he wants, he needs some toy, he needs some food. He is unable to make his decisions. Decision making is not present at that moment. For example, a 4-year-old boy cannot decide that now this is the time that he has to attend school and to which school he has to go. But after the gradual process of our cognitive development, the individual is able at the time of examination in university that which career he has to pursue, which subject he has to study, and in which time he has to, in which institute he has to take his education. The third principle of development is that heredity and environment interact with each other. to shape the process of development. For example, children inherit genes from their parents, and their DNA strands can have a considerable effect on their physical as well as other aspects of development. For example, genes determine approximately 80% of the individual's adult height, and environmental factors like nutrition or physical exercise or some healthy activities affect the other 20%. Likewise, if we see in cognitive development, if parents are have high IQ, there are much more chances that their children may also be more intelligent than others. It is because of some of their genes as well as the environment they have provided in the home. For example, book reading, educational discussion, or some these types of activities. The fourth principle of development is the all the aspects of development are interlinked. The development in all aspects occur at the same time. We cannot say if a child is developing physically, cognitively, then his cognitive or social development is on hold. Rather, it is developing in all facets. For example, if one but if one aspect is affected by some illness or it does not develop completely, it affects the other aspects too. For example, if a child's height is too short, height is short than his age mates. It will also affect his psychological and social development. For example, he can feel embarrassment and tries to avoid others because he does not want to meet other people because they are making fun of him. So thus the avoidance occurs, and his social interaction is also affected by the lag in his physical development. The last one is the individual differences play an important role in the process of development. Individual differences refer to the differences which distinguish an individual from another on the basis of physical or psychological characteristics. These differences usually take place due to the interplay of inherited characteristics and environmental factors. For example, if a child has developed speaking power at early age, maybe his physical development occur at a slow pace. For example, some children start talking like adults. Their language is developed like an adult. Language like an adult. But he is very slow in his physical development, and he is still crawling at the age of 1.5 years. So, in the same way, some individuals have fast cognitive and psychological development, but their social development is lagging behind. They cannot communicate with others in a effective way. So, their cognitive or language development is fast, but their social development is slow. So, today we discussed some principles under which the process of development occurs. Hope you found it helpful. If so, please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.